you assist me. It's simply amazing. I know you don't think so, but guess what? You're doing an awesome job. So continue to do it. So let's get started. Like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's call. My name is Dr. Ruth Ann out of Alabama by way of Freeport, Bahamas. And you know me, I'm Bahamian bred and born. But tonight, guys, we are looking for entrepreneurial leaders to expand our business internationally. So wherever you are in the globe, guess what? We got you. We got you wherever you are in the globe. Let me just make Marva a host so that she can bring these people in as I continue the presentation. Okay, there we go. So listen, if you are anywhere in the world and you want to join us in this movement and what we're doing, this is the place to be, and we would love to absolutely have you. So what is it all about? Well, we have 4 areas tonight where we're talking about health, time, money, and opportunity. So today, that's what we're going to be taking a look at. But I know Marva has been learning these slides, so I'm going to allow her to take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Ruth Ann. So today we'll talk about our health, time, money, and opportunity. We need all of these to make things right. Now, unemployment in the last 2 years has soared. Over 207 million people have lost their jobs. Dire poverty increased by over 8 million people in the world. Think about that. Unemployment in the last 2 years, 52 million jobs were lost. 122 million people are currently looking for a job. Oh my goodness. So let's look at the world economy. World growth has decreased. Gasoline prices has increased. Like I told you before, in Canada, doubled. Basic food, and I say really basic because the nutrition value in it is very low now. That has increased, and the interest rate that has increased too. So we're poorer by what this is saying to us. No, we're not living the good life as we used to, or as our grandparents lived. You know. So we're going to learn ways on how to take care of that. Now look at world health. People with diabetes, over 422 million people has diabetes. People with cancer, over 20 million. Heart attack diseases, 16% worldwide, and has increased by a whopping 345%. Not a typo. That is what it is. Death by stroke, 11% worldwide. Wow. More world health. Alzheimer's disease, 7th leading cause of death in the world. 7th leading cause of death in the world. 50 to 70 million people have sleeping problems. Some people just can't sleep. Their bed get hot, but they won't sleep, no matter what they try. So we're going to take a look at a video. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. Thank you so much.
We are all living in this race called life, in which each day we have less time to live. Earning money is more difficult, and the competition to reach one's goals has become somewhat routine. The crisis around employment is especially serious since more than 207 million people lost their jobs in the last 2 years. And those few jobs that exist are highly competitive. That fact causes stress even among those who are fortunate enough to have a job. Furthermore, companies do not know how to create new sources of work and do not have sufficient funds to increase salaries of their employees. The reduction in wages, the loss of sources of employment, and the job losses during the pandemic was detrimental for all households. The poorest families were the most affected. The COVID-19 pandemic upset the world. Confined at home and watching computer screens, we were witnesses to the spread of the virus from one continent to another, how the number of cases increased, and how the number of deaths nearly reached 2 million people in 2020 alone. Health became a priority for everyone, and the scarcity of health services became the overriding problem. As the world economy became paralyzed, delinquents took advantage of the situation, which raised the level of criminality in the world to an alarming degree. Different nations of the world forecasted the beginning of the rise from extreme poverty close to the year 2030. Nevertheless, the numbers in reality show exactly the opposite, since 10% of the world's population still lives in dire poverty, with great difficulty obtaining even necessities like health, education, and access to basic services. As you can see, the reality that we are living today is uncertain and worrying. We have confirmed in the worst way that a pandemic, a war, or the lack of opportunities can bring the world's economy to its knees, especially for you and your family. What are you going to do about this?
I think sometimes in life we get so caught up in everything that's happening around us. Hold on one second. My computer is doing some craziness. It's not wanting to move the slide. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So the reality is definitely raw out there and quite alarming, but we're all having to deal with this. However, there are companies that are investing in research and development to create technologies which aim to solve the world's economics and health problems. And guess what? Sankey Global is definitely one of those companies. So Mr. Gerard, he's a futurist and a humanist who has been studying new technologies on their impact for the past 25 years. And so let's see some of the trends that he has seen. So these are different scenarios that he's seen over the past 25 years. And of course, it started with the internet. And I've always mentioning, I don't know if you ever heard it, and I'm probably going to say my age, but I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter sitting in Florida. And I remember I loved sitting in front of the computer and all I'd hear is, "You've got mail" by AOL. I don't know if any of you all remember that. And the internet was, that was all the noise you heard before the internet. Now we don't even know when we're connected to Wi-Fi or not. So this is a 25-year looking scenario and moving forward. And so he said, okay, look at the internet and move down, social, mobile. Someone was telling me the other day, she remembers when nobody had cell phones. And she was saying to me, it was one of my caregivers, she was mentioning to me how, in the deaf community, like mobile phones just became like the thing. But back in the day, even after we had phones, they really weren't tech savvy. But only recently have they become tech savvy. But I'm just giving you scenarios of how, life evolves. But anyway, some of the things that Mr. Gerardo also said, there would be nanotechnology. Well, Sankey has nanotechnology. We have an advanced delivery system with nanotechnology. We also have healthy extension of life and radical extension of life. And what that simply means from a perspective of Sankey Global, we have 100-year legacy that we're looking at because we believe in longevity and we want to create superhumans. And no, that's not robotic in any way, shape, or form. It simply means is that we're looking to create a group of individuals that can live longer and thrive longer, healthy and well, not sickly. because, you know, everybody's getting older, but they tend to be sick and they got bags and bags of medicine. It's insane. Because I don't know about y'all, but in the Bahamas, if you go to clinic on clinic day, when it's the day of the older people go, man, they got them little brown bags and they're full of medication. Okay. And they're like, you know, got their walkers in wheelchairs, but they got their bag of medication. Well, let's see what Sankey's about. We're an international company of Japanese origin, founded in 2010, whose main objective is to improve the quality of life. So you live longer in a healthy way through the best nutritional technology in the world. Not just in one continent, not in just one country, but in the world. And so San means respect and Ki for vital energy. And if you flip it, Ki San means Holy Spirit. So to me, there's a lot of stuff in this company that we need to just pause and sometimes just take a look at. So what is our vision? Well, our CEO, Mr. Alejandro Tello, says to be the company which unites and guides more people in the world towards well-being. So once you get on board with us, it's because you want to serve humanity to a better level of health, to a better level of who they are. And, you know, another thing that he always says is that we don't want to be the fastest growing company in the world, which to me, every company wants to be the fastest growing company. But he says, no, that I don't want that. I want to be the best company in the world, which sometimes moves a little slower, but you got to make sure that you've dotted your I's and crossed your T. So our technological partners is Sankey Mayor, and it's a nanobiotechnology laboratory in Japan where all the scientific studies are done and where the active ingredients are made for all of our products, the Balage, the Crenwy Fire, the Inner 7, and of course the Hasaki, which is that secret formula of Bovia made from the cacao itself, okay? So where did it all begin? Well, in order to understand the secret of longevity, guess what they had to do? They had to set out to find those that were living long. Well, guess who they are? They're the centenarians, and the centenarians are out of Japan, and there's a few others across the world, but Japan has the largest community of centenarians in the world. And these are persons that are over the year of 100 years old, and like they live in, like they carrying on by, like they have vitality, they're healthy, everything is good with them. Okay, so this was so amazing, but this is what they did. That's what they went to look for. Okay, and so with that being said, what did they find? Well, their studies found that it had to do with their eating habits. It had to do with external factors. And after many years of scientific investigation, you have to understand it took literally 40 years before this company even brought out their first product. Why? They tested, they tried, they made it perfect before they even could bring it out. And they still haven't perfected it. What I mean by that is they're constantly improving it, which is amazing. So they discovered that the secret was in microcirculation. Like, yeah, your secret of your longevity is in your blood. So what does it say in Leviticus? It says the life of the flesh is in the blood. So did you know that the circulatory system is made up of a network of more than 100,000 kilometers in length? This is like 2.5 times the Earth's circumference. You know how much circulatory system that is? Just pause for 1 second, because every time I say that, I always have to pause and be like, I can't even fathom the circumference of the Earth. Like I really can't fathom. Like in my brain, I can't fathom it, right? So imagine your circulatory system. That's how long your circulatory system is, how much it is in your body. 100,000 kilometers? Man, that's a lot, you know. Okay. So did you know that the circulatory system is in charge of irrigating blood and oxygen through your whole body, and the nutrients that get into the cells flow through that blood? Did you know that? And for that reason, you know, poor circulation, it causes a lot of different things. Well, one of the main things is low energy. So your mitochondria, which is the base of your energy house, you're not going to get that. Why? Because your circulatory system isn't doing the way it needs to. It's not running and functioning the way it should. And then guess what? It's going to have oxidative stress. So you can look older faster, and you can be like, hold on, why am I aging so quickly? Some people out there, you're looking at them and they're like, what? Man, they can't be a day past 20. And it's because their circulation system, their circulatory system is functioning at where it should be. And then you're going to deal with inflammation. Why are you having that pain? What's going on in your body? Well, guess what? Excess inflammation is pain. Y'all ain't understanding. And trust me, I have proven Balage over and over again. When my pain levels start to spike, I drink my Belage. I drink sometimes 2 packets of Belage and 16 ounces of water. And I'm talking the excess inflammation starts pouring out of my body through urination. But I'm telling you, I just start peeing and peeing and peeing. I'm like, oh my goodness. And after that, my pain dissipates. It comes right back down. I'm like, wow. So this is the cause of almost all our health problems. And I know some people will say, well, Ruthann, well, why does it keep coming back? Well, guess what? Sometimes I'm not good. I go and eat things I ain't supposed to be eating. You understand? Y'all gotta understand, we get a little carried away and go and thinking we're all, don't have to, I don't have to be guided by a healthy diet or healthy lifestyle. Yeah, you do. If you want to live longer and live well, yes, you do. So in conclusion, if we improve our microcirculation, or if you improve your microcirculation, we're going to improve our health and longevity. Bottom line, you will be able to improve your health and longevity. So if I tell you that in Sankey, we're the only ones, not like there's multiple people, we're the only ones in the world to have an advanced and patented technology which improves microcirculation in a few minutes. And I do mean in 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, we can prove to you that if you drink our product, anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is we can prove to you that our product works. And, many people out there can say this happens and that happens and that happens or whatever, but we can actually prove to you that within 20 minutes, our product works. So my question to you now is, if you knew all of this, would you take it? And if you did take it, would you recommend it? Well, it's like a good movie. It's like a good restaurant. Once you find it and once you like it, guess what? You're definitely going to start recommending it to other people, whether you like it or not, right? Because you're going to be like, listen, this was so amazing. I need to share this with you, right? So Sankey has the latest generation of nootrotics, okay, an advanced Japanese technology in something called Belage, okay? And listen to this greatness. And this to me always makes me pause. 80 plus clinics in Japan prescribe the Belage. Let that word sink in for 1 second. Prescribe it. I didn't say give it out or sell it the way we do. They prescribe it. You cannot get or sell a box of Belage in Japan. Okay, this is how powerful is the product that we have in our hands. And we just don't know it. We don't get the power that we have. And it took 40 plus years of research and development to just innovate this one product. We have 4, but they started with this one product and they spent the 40 years to make this a formulation to stand out in the world. So we have a product without competition. There is no other product like it in the world at all, period. Like that's a dot, that's a full stop, that's a capital letter, that's underlined, flashing lights. And it's a patented system with an advanced delivery system. It's control release. So that means over time, it brings it out even better. And with the advanced delivery system, it literally gets into the system within 20 minutes. Okay. And that's patented formulas. So what does our Belage do? It protects your immune system. It improves circulation. It modulates gene expression. It inhibits inflammation. It helps liver detoxification. It decreases the effects of aging. It reduces chronic inflammation and increases natural energy essential for your cells. Because remember, without energy, what are you doing? You're sleeping. You're laying down, doing nothing all the time. So just listen in at the importance of the Belage and microcirculation and how we can prove that it works within 20 minutes.
As we have said, the circulatory system fulfills very important functions, so having good circulation is indispensable for our health. But how can we know the condition of our blood circulation? The only way to know it is to observe your microcirculation through your microcapillaries. That is to say, the smallest blood vessels in your body, to be able to determine how good your circulation is. For that purpose, there exists a unique Japanese technology which is so powerful that it allows one to observe micrometric spaces invisible to the human eye. And in that way, your blood flow in real time. This is a Japanese technology and it is called X-Crista. It is a microscanner capable of seeing the microcapillaries in a safe and non-invasive way. Here now, we will show you an example using an X-Crista microscanner to find out the blood flow of a person before and after consuming Belage. As you can see in this test, the first image shows the microcapillaries of a person that has not taken Belage, while in the second image, you can see the microcapillaries of the same person 20 minutes after having taken Belage. In order to know if there is good or poor microcirculation, we must take note of 3 elements. 1. That the form of the microcapillaries does not have deformities and are elongated. 2. That the amount of microcapillaries is abundant.
Sorry about that, guys. Hold on one second. Let me just go back to the space that it was on. Let's see if I can go back to it. Of course, my thing doesn't want me to go back today. Oh, sorry about that. But basically, it was telling us about the power of the microscanner and how we can actually see the capillaries all the way to the movement of it and how important that movement is in the cells, and that X-Crista is able to actually see that movement, and it happens once the person drinks the Belage. So they usually will scan your finger bed, and it's nothing that is invasive in any way, shape, or form, and you'll scan your finger bed, and within 20 minutes of you consuming the Belage, they will scan your finger bed again, and you will actually be able to see the difference in inflammation in your body and actually seeing those capillaries, the micro capillaries and the microcirculation actually starting to beat and move through the vessels of the blood. I think that's so amazing. So this is Dr. Behia Diaz, the scientific director of Sankey Mayor, and he says our ingredients are the only ones in the world capable of acting on the inside cells of the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the energy houses of your cells, and not only that, guys, you know, when COVID-19 hits you, or any virus hits you, especially COVID-19 though, the first thing that it targets is your mitochondria. So here with the Belage, we used to call it the Trinity, because we'd always say you drink the Belage, the Crenue Fire, and the Inner 7 together whenever you got C19, because literally immediately it regenerates. It doesn't just bring it, you know, just pump it up or energize you. No, it regenerates your mitochondria. So I had to look up that word, and regenerate means bring back to life. So it literally brings back to life your mitochondria. And when I heard Dr. Diaz say that on a seminar that he did with us one evening, I was like, what? And that was just simply amazing. So we do deal in facts and not opinions. We do have all the research manuals to prove what we're saying. So we're not just saying it for saying sake. So if you're on here tonight and you're like, okay, guess what? I need to know more information. I hear you, but I believe what you're saying, Dr. Ruth Ann, but I need more information. No problem. We have the research manuals for you. You can ask the person that brought you to this call and say, can I have a copy of that? I need to show my doctor. And definitely, you know, that you can get that immediately. We're also in the specialized pharmacies, the DEF. So that information is out there also. And we have certifications and endorsements. We are kosher, as well as we have the BSCG stamp of approval. And so any athletes on here would know that that is the symbol that is necessary and certificate necessary for no doping, to prove that our products have no type of drugs in it, and for those athletes to be able to perform at high performance levels. Because remember, we're going for superhuman. So we're going to make you a powerhouse when you are taking these amazing formulations. So this is why we are looking for entrepreneurial leaders like yourself to help us bring this technology to the world. And yeah, it is a technology, because trust me, it does some amazing things on the body. So what are we using? We're using something called intellectual distribution. And I know you're like, say what now? What is this? What are you talking about? I'm confused. But guess what? It's MLM. So no, don't you dare cringe. No. Don't you dare step back and say, oh no, hell no. Let me hang up this phone right now. Let me click. No, not allowed. Okay. It is MLM, and MLM has made so many, like millions of first-time millionaires in the world. I don't know if you've ever heard of someone like the Stormy Wellingtons of the world making $1.2 million per month from the same structure, MLM. So this is something that you need to really take a look at. It is the easiest way to reach millions of people. It is zero risk model for entrepreneurs. So you're not having to purchase a whole pile of inventory and have it sitting there. Remember those days back at Amway? No, this is not that. You do not have to have that on hand. You know, we do have fulfillment centers in Jamaica, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, and Canada. And of course, we ship all over the United States and the world. And in the Americas is anywhere from 3 to 5 days you can get your products. So there's no need to store a pile of products unless you're that individual that says, you know what, I'm going on the road with this and I want to make sure I have something at all times. So how do I earn money? By recommending the product. Okay, so that is first and foremost, and by creating a customer network. Well, in order to even recommend a product, what do you have to do first? You'd have to try it yourself. So you got to get on that product and make sure that the product is what it is, it's doing what it needs to do in your body, and making sure it happens the way it does. And so by creating a network, then you're going to start building a network of distributors which do the same as you. Okay, so that's first and foremost. So earn by building a network of distributors. You earn weekly by the consumption of each pair of people you bring to your network, regardless of who invites them. So this is how you start building on what you have. Okay, so from there, and a pair is 2 people. So that's why you have 4 underneath here. So it's saying every pair, okay, creates something. Hold on one second for me, please, guys. So imagine the possibilities, guys. So you bring 4 people, right? And then guess what? From there, it just multiplies because now you're going to show those same 4 people that you've brought on. And sometimes, guys, it ain't your family. Trust me, family is the hardest set of people to get on board with you. Now, once they start seeing what you're doing and they see that you're consistent and this is something that you've been doing, then they usually come around, or when they get an opportunity to try the product, then they're like, oh, okay, that's why she be doing this. Okay. So you get those 4, and those 4, well, you assist them to get their 4. Guess what? Now you have 16 plus 4. Now you have 20 people in your network. So if that goes 6 levels deep, doing that same concept, you're going to end up with about 5,460 distributors. Like what? Yeah, like really, I know that sounds like impossible, can't be done. Yes, it can be done. And then if each of those distributors go out and say, well, oh, you know what, I'm going to go and get 3 customers a piece, then you're looking at about an additional 16,380 clients added to that network, which will total 21,000 persons in a network. Now, you just heard that a pair is a set of 2. So if you take that 21,840 people and you divide it by 2, then it becomes 2 sets of 10,920, right? And so a pair would then be $4 or thereabouts. Sometimes it even goes up to 5. So with that, you're looking at approximately $43,000 that can be made based on those pairs. So what if it's you and you're like, you know what, this sounds good. Yeah, maybe I could do it, but I don't know if I could go 100%. Well, if you only did 50%, guess what? You're looking at about $21,840. And then if you only did 10% of effort, guess what? $4,368. Now, I don't know if anybody out there needs that money. I don't know if this is something that you need or you don't need, but you know, this is how it's done. Okay, I'm serious. This is how it's done. iPhone Joy, you say you're not seeing pics. Can anybody see my pics? Is everybody seeing it or no? Just make sure.
I'm seeing.
Okay, you're seeing it? Okay, cool. No problem. So yes, so let's see here. Give me one second. So JD Rockefeller says, I prefer to have 1% effort from 100 people rather than 100% of my own effort. So I don't know about y'all. Like if you could get 1% from each person around you versus 100% from yourself, would you? I mean, wouldn't you? Or do you want to do it all by yourself? I mean, go ahead, man. You could be a hero. Be the shero, man. Or the hero, whichever you want. But oftentimes, you know, he was smart. He said 1% of 100 people, and that will still make 100%. So furthermore, we have a career plan where you can earn some amazing things like trips to Paris, trips to Japan, a lifestyle bonus. Now, this lifestyle bonus can either be it's cash money that you can choose to put towards a lease of a car, or if you want to have the cash money for yourself to do whatever it is you want, put it on your house. The choice is yours, but it is a lifestyle bonus that's available to you. Okay. And weekly commissions, it's paid weekly, that this is something that you can actually have money coming in on a weekly basis. This is something that can happen. So all this by reaching your objectives and those of your team. So I know you're like, well, how am I going to do that? Well, this is how you start. These are the packages anywhere from $320 all the way to $1,120. Now, it also depends on what you want to start with. Like with the $320, you're going to start with every single product as well as about 4 to 5 Shinkas, which are sample packs. You can start there, or you can go up to the executive pack, which has, of course, more products. You're looking at about 3 of each product, except for the Hasaki, which is 4. And also some Shinkas. Or you can say, you know what? I think I need that pro pack because I'm going to be that person on the road. I want the stuff in my back trunk. I want to just be a walking billboard. Well, if that's you, get started where you fit in. But we also have a Unity pack that can start as low as $175, I'd like to say. Don't quote me on that. But that would be 2 Bellage and a canoe. And so you can also start there. So the choice is truly yours. Just get in where you fit in. Just get in where you fit in and become a Sankey distributor by acquiring one of these packs. And that's really how you start. And like I said, we have distributorship and fulfillment centers in the Bahamas, in Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago, and in Canada. And it can ship in the United States within 3 to 5 days, as well as all over the world. So it's really up to you. So are you ready to start your business with Sankey? Are you? So we have a commitment from the founders of Sankey. And what do they say? Well, we create an unbreakable commitment with your dreams. Welcome to Sankey Global, the family where we are here to serve and get you to your greatness. So sit back and listen to this welcome video from Sankey Global.
Today is your opportunity. The opportunity to live without limits like many people are already doing. In Sankey, time is the most important because we understand that investing it wisely will open infinite possibilities for sustainable happiness. Enjoying a healthy lifestyle without economic difficulties and with the opportunity to fully live your passions with the most important people in your life means that you have made your time worthwhile. This is the case of thousands of people who have found their purpose in Sankey and have bet on getting there by making each day count. Today is your opportunity to belong to Sankey, to belong to a worldwide company that has succeeded in allowing thousands of people to find a purpose, stability, and a certainty that things can be better, that they can live a better life, that opportunities exist for those who are willing to take advantage of them when they are presented. Today, this opportunity is being given to you. Are you ready to take it? And you can count on us to make you the person you were born to be.
So you have a choice, guys. Which door are you going to choose? Are you going to choose that closed door? That partially open door? Like, now, us Caribbean people, we won't go to the partially open door because we will see what through the little door. You won't see what through the crack. But I ain't telling you, don't go to the partially open door. We want to go to the wide open door where Sankey is, where they are just allowing us to afford the lifestyle that we want and to be there to just assist and guide us to getting to the next level. Listen, I've never seen dedication from a corporate staff that is willing to go step by step and showing you, okay, this is how you do it one by one, and to be trained by multimillionaires that are like, literally, are you serious? They're serious. Now, if you're not serious, then guess what? You won't get their approval. But if you are, they're there to serve. So I want to say my name is Dr. Ruth Ann out of Alabama by way of Freeport, Bahamas. And listen, oh yes, we do definitely have some promos on, guys. We have one promo where you can actually purchase 2 products and get 3 Bellage for free. For free. I'm like, what? 3 Bellage for free. Or you have some other promos where we have one that is on actually called Back to School, where you can get 2 Bellage, 2 Bellage for $96, I'd like to say. And that is an amazing promo as well, because the product is amazing for kids, to make sure that they, you know, for asthma, for allergies, for keeping them their autoimmune, because it builds your immune system by 45%, and it also protects you from viruses, influenza A, B, gastroenteritis, and SARS by 85%. So that is definitely also a special that you'd want to take advantage of. I would definitely jump on it as much as you possibly can, because to me, that's like, whoa, you can't have that. And let me just drop the recording, because persons have asked, they want the recording. Here's the recording link. Here you go. Sorry, my phone is ringing and I can't pick it up. So here you go, guys. So that is it. So I want to say once again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you're busy. We do have an 8 o'clock Eastern call with Clive Campbell regarding the microbiome. You can get on that call, get back to the person that brought you here, and they'll be able to give you that link. And we're here tomorrow night again on, I can't remember the name of the link, but get back to the person, and that's for Back to School. And that's talking about the kids and the importance of just, you know, building their immune system. And that will be with nurse Donnelly Adley, a nurse of over 24 years. So look forward to having you, and thank you. And my name, once again, is Dr. Ruth Ann out of Alabama by way of Freeport, and welcome to Sanghi Global. Bye-bye, my friends.